Welcome back to another Pobo's World broadcast. This is yeah, welcome back to another Pobo's World broadcast. This is the Outer World with Pobaked. Hope you guys enjoy as much as I do. Sorry, I was just listening to my voicing if it sounded all right. Just doing a little quick audio test, but without further ado, we'll jump right in here. Sorry if I sound a little distant for a second. Just lean forward. Oh, I sounded really distant there. You could barely hear me. Oh man. I'm gonna move this just. No, I think that's good. That's probably good. You guys can hear the game and me, which is nice. So I'm just gonna. Just gonna leave that there. So I'll just give you guys a little recap of my last playthrough. On my last playthrough there, I went and did all my side missions and stuff like that were on this one region here. If the map will load, there you go. I don't think I've. I wonder if these get marked once you've been to them. Anywho, so I did that, completed all these. Now I've got the main decision to decide who gets the water. I may save and just, choose both people and just see what the decision, what lies, and then load back and do my final decision. We'll see. Let's go. I'm just going to do one quick audio test again before I put my headphone away. Make sure it's all sounding alright. Give a little swing and make some noise of the game. My voice. A little bit closer. That should be good now. Oh, what's that? Okay, I'm gonna put my headphone away now. I always have my headphone on, or in my ear, so I can test my audio, make sure it don't sound weird. Cause I did a Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War, one of those two. Mordor, I can't remember. I can't remember the call, but the Shadow of Mordor, I think it is. Yeah, but I was doing Shadow of War, like the new one. I was doing a playthrough and I did like 5 hours of like broadcast, and I realized that my voice was all like, and I was like wondering why no one was watching, and I was like, oh, they probably tuned in for like the briefest of seconds, and then just heard that and we're like, no, I'm out. So now I gotta always test, which should have done in the first place. But those wells, I'm just gonna go this way. Okay, spawn back in. Totally did. She always dying and shit. Might as well increase her health. Might be able to get to this guy. Nope, you're looking right at me. What was that again? Is it that? Oh yeah, it's that. I love that move. No hard feelings. You bash your brains in with a sledgehammer. I'm pretty sure she's got some. Well, she's dead, so she got no feelings no more. But what was the other dude? The other was over here. Really? I just want to save. What's going on here? I might have to restart my game or back out or something. The fuck? Oh, let me deal myself. There we go. Oh crap. I'm supposed to speak to someone. Where's the entrance to this place? Probably gotta save back there somewhere. These. I totally don't remember how to get back up here.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Oh, sorry, I'm not looking for trouble. Going away, miss.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Whoa.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Alright.
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
I've got a lot on my mind. Proceeds to allow me to ask her more questions.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already. Little ways ago, she was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about. Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I can tell. Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere. Thank the Eternal. Wait, Marauder camp. Is she all right?
Remember that? She's become one of them.
Queen of the Marauders, huh? That's what comes of watching serials. Rots your gray. If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged. I'll tell you what I can. Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does. She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own. What is it?
Nice little jacket too. Just because I don't feel like if I do something stupid, going through that conversation again. Did you leave the door? Oh, you totally did, you tit.
Got it.
I think I didn't start stealing anything. Just got me caught. I haven't slept yet since I started this game. And probably extremely tired. I didn't realize I was like, I just made her face the wall. That's right. That's what you get for leaving the door open. You stare at that wall. You think about what you did. If it's not nailed down, I'm gonna steal it. I'll proceed to talk to this guy.
You hungry?
This place.
We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off. Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions. Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day. Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested? Zoe's living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, brat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, it could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of the Masked Marketeer.
Oh, really?
It's a collector's edition after all.
I want your get out of here. She asked me to do this. Said she was angry. Persuaded. Look at my face. Do I look like I give a? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition. Here you go. Latest copy of the Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe...
Collector's edition fan. It's all mine. I guess that's it, yeah.
Hey, I got time. Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Nice little beanie. Oh, she's way over there. Ah, tits. Thought you were still staring at the wall. Alright, let's go. Are you having side missions left over? Because I know this mission's probably going to take me places, so I'll just quickly go to the side. It's not that far either. Just run down here. Oh, I remember this.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong. So, you tracked me down just to gab about the mass marketeer? I am impressed. You actually have it? The episode where Lord Cavendish reveals he's been the mass marketeer all along? All right, you convinced me.
Really?
I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Okay. I don't know if I'd be convinced merely by a collector's edition. Oh shit. Ah. What? She. I'm still crippled. There you go.
Where are we headed?
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway? Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Cool. Whoa. Pretty as shit in here.
It's so pretty.
Right? Yeah, it is. You stay there.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna steal some shit. Doesn't look like there's much to be stolen. Oh, nice. Okay, it's just the one lock, but still. Dope. Alright, robbed you clean in here. Come have a pleasant conversation like nothing happened. I wonder what happens if you steal something in front of you, like... I don't know if I can... Oh, you didn't care. You probably didn't see. What about this?
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Tobaccorn tea. I wonder if that's what it sounds like tobacco and corn. Like when The Simpsons made like tomatoes and tobacco. I can't remember what they called it.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots. It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject. No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice. Ah, cynicism. The privilege of the young. What you need is a little taste of my special mushroom soup. It'll broaden your mind. Or at least your irises. Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Sorry about that. Somebody came to my door. I wasn't really listening.
Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Ah, man.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Oh man, who says I'm a hero?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Bro, just... Oh, man.
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own. It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery. You say, over to us. Shut down that abominable cannery for good. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Where are we headed?
Makes sense. No fast travel there, but might as well roll out there. this place. Oh yeah, this is that switch. I was playing earlier, and I came by this place because I was just doing like a side mission or something, and I stumbled across, and I came over here and didn't realize I didn't realize what I was doing. And I was like, because I seen it redirect power, I was like, oh, so I did that and messed everything up. Let's see, Planet Operator 22. Did I go to the right place? Oh, okay.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
Well, why don't you go get one of them yourself? Help a homie out. I'm overweight. Oh, crap.
There's 2 more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale? Where are we headed?
Oh, I kind of sounded. Okay, so that was it was a rhetorical question, I see.
Get away!
What? The hell was that?
You're not real. You're not real. No, 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 just leave me alone.
It was alright. There's a dude down here.
Go away, Phantom.
Hey, what's up, dude?
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram. You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Definitely not insane. Back away slowly. I'll just be over.
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between a touch fuzzy of the years. Sprat Wrangler personality, chairman of the board, galactic defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
Oh.
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
As usual, you missed out. Dude, you...
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides. Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides. Well, yes, for the uninitiated palate, a true gourmand appreciates the Sprat's complex melange of flavors. Braised, boiled, chopped. Oh, before. Definitely before. Sisty Pig Tycoonery was the apex of my long and storied career. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy. Forgot what you were gonna say? Me too.
I'll just...
Yeah, huh?
You have nothing to say about Doesn't say I can not take that. You just cool with me taking this? this. What is this? Alright, you don't need that down here. That guy was weird, though. But knowledgeable. I guess all the robots are dead, so that doesn't matter.
When to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
You're just gonna keep asking that rhetorical question? Or are you supposed to get me to think? Guessing I am supposed to choose that at some point during the switch process, because I'm pretty sure I haven't chosen yet.
That's the last. I'm not sure what the right is. Alls I know is the decision's final. Once we do this, there's no Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
I don't want to be party to it either. I just want to get my my thing to fix my ship.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
No. Don't worry about it. I was barely listening to you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
It's a decision of a lifetime. There you go. Just want to make sure I get a good picture of that so I know what save this is. You can't really name the saves. I wish you could. What's up, dude? Yeah. I think each one is probably a terrible decision. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I gotta make sure I don't lean too forward. But I'm gonna lean forward here and take a back my hand. But yeah, both of them are really bad decisions. You know, like I wish I could have convinced what's her face to come back, but I kind of figured that this game was gonna be like, nah, this is gonna be that time where we're gonna show you that some decisions matter and whatnot. And well. What do you mean? You don't need to do that, dude. It's alright. No, I like it that way. I'm pretty sure I did read that my last playthrough. Yeah. That's why I didn't look at it, because it was like grayed up. Yeah. Yeah, they're both really bad. Like, I was thinking about going Botanical Garden because, you know, she's like building a, you know, better community compared to Edgewater and shit. But that being said, I met some of the folks in Edgewater. There's some nice folks in Edgewater.
Okay, gone quiet.
And I only met one person in that community. Yeah, so I was like, I'm probably do Edgewater just because, like, you know, there's more life going on there than whatchamacallit. Mm-hmm. Killing one person, killing another. Yeah, same. That could be switched around though. You know. I don't know. I'm gonna take a hoot and then decisions will be made. You can shut up. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of fucking shit here. Can't this like this is what I remember I was telling you about? I don't yeah, like when I came here earlier in my broadcast I was talking about how like this is that place where I came and almost fucked everything up. So I didn't know what I was doing. I just seen like I was like Region of Power. Wasn't really thinking about it, even though they told me. And then I went and hit a bunch of switches. And then I loaded back, came back, killed everything in here. Read a bunch of shit, looted some shit. And it seemed like crazy, dude. And then I figured he had something to do with the fucking power mission, so I just left him. Yeah. So. It was like, they don't put a crazy person down here for no reason. Yes. But there's with me, and I would just fucking go in, blast the dude, take it, and just go on my way. Or give him a big sum of money. But, gotta... I'm like 48 or something. But I've been stealing a lot. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed some of my parts there. This chick had to go stand in a corner. You go stand over there.
I'm going.
I didn't expect her to face the wall though when I did that. It just made it even funnier. I was like, oh my god, it's like I'm putting her in, time out for fucking trying to get me caught loot stealing people's shit. Well, like, I like doing the lockpick though, cause like you get like the lockpick XP for it, which is nice. But like anything that, cause I know I'm gonna get a little XP, and then it's kind of like the. Yeah, like I totally remember that chick too, cause like talking about that, I went to the area and it's everybody. This chick just, and I talked to her, like she told me remember where she was from exactly, but yeah, it was fucked. Yeah, dude, these people, they, right? Yeah. Wait, like 100% love you. Well, I'll give you the deserters. No, they did. Yeah. It says you're now friendly. I got the vendor price is 25% reduced. And then it only did 13% for Spacer's Choice. I thought it should at least do like. I feel like my positives should go down and my negatives should go up. Because that doesn't make sense. Because like. Yeah, because if you think about it, why would they still like be like, oh man, I'm still 100% positivity with you? Just a little bit negative. I know you just destroyed our town, but just a little sad. Just a little sad. Only 13%. Still though, that's I don't know. I feel like I should have lost some positive though. I don't know how it works though. You're right though. Yeah, you're right though. So either way though, 13%. All right. Could have put it on 15. Little odd number there.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town?
Yeah.
All those people.
It's like a moment when you like when you nuke Megaton. And like follow through, you're like, oh fuck, I gotta go check this, and then you see like that one chick, what's her name? Fuck, I can't remember her name. She's just all fucked up looking, and oh man. That's bread and like a interesting looking bread bag. Yeah, like just from like the way the corporation talked and some of the things I read about them, and some of the people you meet, it's like it's all about company. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I heard a little bit about that, yeah.
Edgewater's experiencing what we in the profession like to call a quandary.
How am I supposed to file a report with the power dead?
Everything's closed. I should have looted this place before. Shit. Ah, shit.
Why are all the lights off?
The power is out in the whole town. Pipe down.
Dude, somebody's trapped inside. I don't feel like this was a good decision. Yeah, no worries, dude. I understand. I wouldn't. Oh, it's the.
Power's out, but I can't just leave my goods unattended. Don't suppose you'd care to do business? Go right ahead.
Oh, I was gonna. What's going on? So, what's the town chatter? Seems to be lagging a bit. Oh, this dude.
Just as I was on the mend, the cannery had to go and shut down.
Oh, just that one time, maybe. Should be good.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
Well, I wish you could bring up that stuff.
Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me.
Like, there's no option to kind of like be like, yo, you like tried to, you like killed a bunch of people. Like, here's. I feel like once you figure that stuff out, you should be able to like lay it on them. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a missed. Hmm? And you can't like, you can't really be like, unless you say you're a terrible person, you deserve. But it's like, well, I wouldn't be surprised if he had some knowledge on it though. Oh, so I'm not gonna call him a terrible person. I'm just gonna be like, you know, the right choice.
Adelaide wants nothing more than to see this town suffer. To see me suffer. All you've done is satisfied her hatred. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Oh, really? We'll see about that.
All right, easy now. Let's not do anything we'll regret. I'll order my guards to stand down. Take what you came for and then leave us be. Stand down, all of you. We're done here.
Wait, what are you looking at? Oh, there was 4 of them? That would have been a fight and a half. So I intimidated the shit out of him.
Hey, I saw that. What do you think you're doing? Just don't make more paperwork for me, all right?
like I should go to the store instead.
Huh? What? I wasn't dozing off.
Oh shit.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome.
Oh shit.
Does she have a name yet? What's her drive mark? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.